Recently on the internet, there's been a lot of hype over the American TV show My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. It's gained widespread fame through its unorthodox fanbase of older teens of both genders, although it's most often the male section of the group that is highlighted. Due to the disbelief and ridicule these self-named bronies face, this reboot of a classic young girl show must be of good quality. There are a lot of different things that people consider make a TV show of high quality, so which of these does the My Little Pony franchise possess? The TV show was brought back to life by Lauren Faust, who had previously worked on things such as the Powerpuff Girls, a show which most of us will have seen in our childhood. In the reboot, the designs are dramatically different from the original 80s cartoon. This ability to adapt with the time and the styles that have changed throughout time is one of the many ways in which this show is clearly of a high quality. Where the stories in the original cartoons tended to revolve around monsters and witches, in Friendship is Magic, they tend to focus on more realistic issues. Sure, there are evil creatures trying to take over the world, but wrapped around this is always the true meaning of the episode, cleverly scripted so that despite the magic and flying ponies, they can be perceived as real problems with real solutions. Take the two-part opener. Twilight Sparkle is a very studious unicorn who looks down on the idea of making friends. Thus, when the evil Nightmare Moon comes around, she tries to defeat her all on her own, and it's not until the very end of the second episode that she realises that she would have been completely incapable of doing anything if it hadn't been for the friendship shown to her by the rest of the main cast. Another prime example is the episode It's About Time. In this, Twilight Sparkle meets her future self, who gives a warning, but she's only able to give half of it before she's transported back to her own time. This leads Twilight to panic about what's going to happen in the coming days, and so she tries everything in her power to prevent some great disaster happening, but in the end ends up mirroring the dishevelled appearance of her future self. As she panics and thinks something horrible is going to happen, turns out that absolutely nothing happens, and she finds a spell, goes back in time to warn her past self not to panic, as she had done. This episode, while shrouded in magic and time travel, clearly gives the message not to worry about the future or even about the past, because all that's going to do is make you stress more. It's best just to focus on the present. These episodes are scripted in a way which is predominantly for entertainment, but they clearly have an important message to give to the audience. These issues also apply to people of all ages, especially this one about stressing out, and so this is one of the reasons why it appeals to an older audience. There is also an incredible amount of character diversity in the franchise. The main six all have different personalities, but their qualities all tie together in a way which makes them all great friends. There is also a race divide. If you think about it, there's the Earth ponies, the Pegasi and the unicorns, but they all live in harmony, with only one incident of discrimination at all, and that was in one episode in which the whole issue was resolved at the end. There is also no apparent gender divide. There's a mix of both male and female characters throughout the show, but none of them play a role that any member of the opposite gender doesn't. This beautiful display of equality as the norm shows the creator's awareness of society, and it's clearly designed to introduce the target audience to the ideas of equality from an early age. This simple fact of acceptance is another aspect of the show which ranks it as high quality and is something that the peaceful bronies have accepted with open arms. A TV show is often considered of high quality if it has a cast that are well known or are particularly talented. The Friendship is Magic cast contains names such as Tabitha St. Germain, Andrea Libman and Tara Strong. Whilst the older fanbase came as a surprise to Hasbro and Lauren Faust, they embraced them with open arms. One example of this is the animation era, which created one of the most well-known background ponies, known as Derpy Hooves or Ditsy Doo. Upon realising the love the fans had for this character, they made her a Where's Wally type character, having her appear randomly in strange places in several episodes. In one particular episode, she even had a speaking role. Since the beginning of Bronydom, many fan pieces of work have been created. Artworks, fictions, and even songs revolving around the show and its characters. Not only does a show have to be of high quality to spark such creativity from its fans, but Hasbro have recognised the works of the bronies and have accepted it, going so far as to state that they can use their fan works as they please, without worry of them taking legal action. This care and inclusion of its fans is a big sign that the My Little Pony franchise is of an incredibly high quality. So, in the bronies' own words, how about we spread a little love and tolerance for this high quality show?